2:16 in the morning, and this next upload is with regard to the ongoing issue that I've been sharing about of medical science and its developments since damaging my light body in 2016, before COVID and before world reform commenced as a consequence of my endeavours in 2018. So tonight's upload is just with regard to how medical practitioners have been facilitating treason, hate crime, human rights abuses and offences against the Constitution and the democracy. So this is incorporated with the simple fact that there have been abuses of faith, there have been abuses against the Hippocratic Oath, there have been abuses against my physical body and well-being. Now, as a teacher, as I've mentioned, a spiritual teacher, an educational teacher of the Department of Education, as a recovery advocate, as a humanitarian, the practitioners in this community that have manipulated and exploited their endeavours that originated from their unlawful damages to my body, that they have used for monetary gain, for artificial self-development purposes in individuals that they have been working with in a context that is contemptuous in many respects, corporation law in particular, and in particular also to the issues of medical science in that field of expectations. The very fact that their developments are based on offences and that there are illegalities to what they have procured from a sacred royal, and that they have developed without consent, and that they are not legally in any context practicing with any professional standards, and that they have monetarily gained from. So this is what I'm tolerating in Tralee, County Kerry, and these individuals that have been abusing faith, that are treasonous, that have been in contempt against the country that I am of. These individuals have been manipulating progress. They have been manipulating people's minds, manipulating people's personal choices, manipulating people's authentic progress. Now, as an advocate of recovery, there's foundations that cannot be overlooked, skipped, or just pushed aside. There's progress, there's real progress, and there's artificial progress, and there are individuals of artificial progress that isn't authentic and isn't affirming positive development. And in the field of self-development, in the field of social psychology, these individuals are insulting the concept of recovery, self-development and healing. So these individuals tonight have, well, throughout my sojourn here in this abode since 2019, have not just damaged my environment, they've damaged their reputations, they've damaged their credibility, they've damaged my royal name and title, position and function, which are all serious matters, and they have damaged a physical anatomy, and they have not been within remit, and they have been of slander and offences against the medical profession and of social psychology. So it's quite dangerous, the damages to my physical body that these individuals have conducted remotely, and it's not in any way positive for progress to have these liabilities in society in any way, whatever shape or form, tolerated or excused for the damages that they've caused to medical science and to sacred royalty. So I'd appreciate the United Nations and women in professions that concern these matters really sitting up about the inauthenticity of these culprits that are obstructing justice and that are obstructing my human rights and my constitutional rights, and that are of slander and damages and harms and losses to my child in particular, that they have caused irreparable damage to. So this is for women's rights attention, and in particular the healthcare providers that would be accommodating or facilitating any repeat offences that have been occurring since I became a married mother, property owner. there's a very serious issue between disinformation and authentic information, and anyone basing any judgment on any falsehoods aren't helping progress. So this is for women's rights and the United Nations in particular, and as regards NEFIT and the role that my family name has in that development in this country, that is also is a very serious matter that I'd appreciate being addressed immediately.